What up? What up? What up, Ryan? How's my audio? Can you hear me? Okay. Drop a one if you can. But yeah, I was just sending out messages to my customers, man. This is just a real quick live to, show my appreciation to, everyone that tuned in, that sub, because, I started this journey back in '07, and I got off real quick because I wasn't used to not growing, or I guess my expectations was too high, and I quit. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of things in the past that I wish I would have stuck to. I guess you could say it was, lack of self belief, but to see my journey now and how far I've come and what I've been through, man, living in the city, what it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I had to get out the city and I explored. I had some wins, I had some losses, and as a black man, trying to be there for his family, stereotypes and what I'm saying, dealing in the streets and all of that. So yesterday when y'all showed up, and I'm gonna try to keep this like not emotional, but it's bigger than just the 200 subs for me. People that tuned in, gave me advice. I kind of, me and family don't really get along. Family don't, you already know. So to be out there by myself and have to figure it out, I come a long way, and I don't give myself enough accolades. So this is just a live that I want to tell everyone that tuned in, support to me means so much, because when your own family don't support, and you getting love from strangers, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a man of the word, and man, hold on, let me make you a mind real quick. But my faith walk, the stuff that I've been through, God has delivered me from, it's a blessing. So yesterday, I lived in Arizona prior to this, and I moved here to Tennessee, and I didn't kick it with a lot of people. No doubt, no doubt. I didn't kick it with a lot of people here in Arizona. So to be honest, even like my day ones, really not my day ones, if you get what I'm saying. So the love that I'm getting on here, even if it's just for a sub, but they tuning back in, and I'm not even gonna say what they is and what they're not, but it touched me yesterday. That was my biggest live yesterday. And every day, every week, you moving back to Arizona soon. What part? I was in Gilbert, and then I had bought a house in Coolidge, and it didn't work out. So I had to keep on moving. But AZ, man, it's what's up. It's not a place to live by yourself though. Unless you got that bread and you got that mindset that you're going to go get it, because Arizona will wake you up real fast and let you know. But what part though? Tempe. Tempe is good. Actually, I worked in Tempe. I worked for Coca-Cola, and Apache Junction is cool too. Gilbert, yeah, bro. I was like, when I got there, I felt like I was big time, and I had to go to work. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? I stayed right off of um right by the mall. I can't even remember the name, but yeah, man. And Coolidge, that's a new development area. So caught a house out there that was real, what I'm saying, not too expensive, but yeah, both of those places is dope. Yeah. But man, yeah, it just hit 200 subs, man. And I had somebody, one of my day ones. I'm a subcontractor for me. Okay, oh, you already in there, then you already know you good, you good. You was there before, and you moved back to the city. Man, I appreciate that. It's another person in this chat. Hit the hearts, man. Hit the sub button, hit the like button. I wish you would pop up on here, but yeah, man, just 200. I had a person that subbed to me from day one, bro. If you go look back at my videos, every video got better. Every video I tried something different. And she hit me up this morning and said, "Congratulations on your 200 subs, bro." I was like, "Wow, these people out here in these communities, bro. Like, I'm super thankful." I was just on um Supreme Live, and he was talking about um his work day or whatnot, but it's the dope feeling, man. Yeah, I was there in 2022, then moved back to Wisconsin, unfortunately, but I'm back on my feet. That's what's up. Man, I don't really I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? I work um I'm off Thursdays and Fridays, but yesterday once I got in the work truck, I haul gas. So once I got in the work truck, I just was thinking like, man, I need to go ahead and do a live. I'm actually trying to get my channel to grow, and I'm seeing what the game plan is. So other than that, man, work. I got 2 long drives today, to Missouri, and then I got one in Olive Branch, Mississippi. So I'll be grinding, bro. I'll be out on the road 10, 12 hours. But I used to drive, bro, up in Arizona, the Flagstaff and Peyton, and we talking about 7 grade percent decline in the mountains. That ain't nothing nice, bro. Nothing nice. But yeah, man, what you doing in the city though? Pretty hard conqueror. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was just telling Ryan, yesterday, man, y'all ran me up. Y'all definitely did, bro. I don't know how you drove that semi truck to Arizona. I was in the mountains, bro, with no cell service. No cell service. Like if I'm dead here, that's a wrap. But pretty y'all ran me up yesterday, and watching your lives, your content, it encouraged me. Everybody that I've watched yesterday, shout out to the cancers too, man. It's Cancer Nation over here, baby. But it encouraged me to keep going. You know what I'm saying? The good and the bad. We all got a story. I'm really in Waterford. We moved out of Milwaukee. Oh, Waterford, they solid. They solid for sure. But it really encouraged me, just like watching the community that I've built, their lives. We all got a story to tell, and we all, have that thing in common, which is drive and wanting something different. And I'm like, for me to not really know nobody in the city that I'm in now, and for the last maybe 5 years, I really don't go out in the streets. It's either work or home, and so the love that I'm getting on here, man, when I tell you, like yesterday, my heart was overjoyed. And I know every day ain't gonna be a day where everybody tune in, but the community that I'm rocking with, I didn't even think I would get this far, because I had did a video, YouTube back in the day, and I gave up. I didn't have that determination, and just in life in general, dealing with the things that black men face, and I don't know my story. I tried to do the scripts and tried to do it the the politic way, um, but no, because it. I didn't do it because you subbed. I did it because I was able to hear your story. I was able to relate with you, and every video I found, like it was like another push, more motivation. And I don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a struggle. Everybody got something that they dealing with. And I'm a man of faith, and I don't believe that God makes mistakes. So everything is by design, and everybody that I'm connecting with is they solid. I like what they're doing, and like I was saying with my scripts, when I was doing that content, there was truth in there, from the drug addiction to growing up, you know, in a tough household, not being able to voice myself. You know what I'm saying? I that was a lot of trauma that I had to unpack at my big 30 plus years. Hey Britt, hey, welcome, 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 welcome. I'm just on here for a little bit, just giving my appreciation to y'all for, what I'm saying, helping me. I'm gonna try to hold it together, but it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? I faced a lot in my life, a lot. A lot of times I wanted to give up. A lot of times I, want to throw in the towel. And yesterday when y'all showed up, you know, I felt like I had some friends again. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really trust people. And I know, Pretty, you talked about that in a couple of your lives, but Y'all are the best, for real. And I definitely want to support. I definitely want to do more for the community. Britt, I need to know the title. If it's your conversation or is it fit with Britt. So email me what you wanted to say and I'll get it out to you. But God is good, man. He good. That's all I can say. I bought a house a couple years ago and I sold it. You know, me and my ex didn't work and got out here and just I had to get away from my fam. Like, you know, I haven't talked to my mother pretty, and I know this may you mentioned some stuff with the passing of your mom and my condolences, but when my mom and dad got their divorce, I became not her son, but I became the last name of my father's. And we don't talk. She has me blocked. Family does not make you family because you blood, you know, and the people that I resonate with, I go off of energy and the feedback, people that reached out when they didn't have to. So the road to monetization, God gonna do what he gonna do. He been doing it. And I hope you got that message yesterday, pretty. He gonna do he done kept you this far, so he gonna forever keep you. Just don't lose the faith. That's it. Just keep going and he gonna make a way. Always do. But y'all, just the milestones that I've overcame, just losing it all, gaining it again, losing it all, gaining it again. I should have lost my mind. I should have lost my mind. I should have lost myself. And there was plenty nights where I laid up and cried because I didn't know what to do anymore. You know, as a man, we were taught to hold it in, be tough, do this, that, and the third, be vulnerable. I'm an open book. I know we don't supposed to bleed on stage, but everybody got a story to tell. We need that. We need that. My pastor yesterday, I couldn't get on a few people lives because I was watching church, but he talked about honoring people, honoring other people. Your season, sometimes, you know, we get in a place where we like, no one's liking me or subscribing or doing this or following me. You had your turn, but who are you honoring now? Like the people that's close to you, you know, you need to uplift them. They need to hear that. And what y'all did for me yesterday, just showing up on the day that I didn't even think, I didn't even want to go live. And that's what it was. So as even just this journey in YouTube, not knowing how to do it, you know, investing in wrong people and just trying to make it, overcome a lot of fears. And it's not easy doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy every day, like pushing, figuring out what it is you're gonna do. And I don't care what nobody say, them likes and views at some point they get to you. But when you got a story to tell and you do it for the right reason, everything is great timing. I had people encouraging me that I never would have thought would encourage me. And you know, um it's been what I don't know how to say, new strata family. Appreciate you stopping in. But you know, it just like even just rebuilding the relationship with my son. You know, I recently went through a divorce and you know, I was fighting in court for my son and finally got him. He was here last like 2 months ago. I got it all I got it all on the channel, but just as a father, as a man, what I did for other people's kids to have mine almost try to be ripped away, that was heavy for me. So once I fought, you know, he's here, thank God. But it changed me. It changed me to see him as a young man growing up, you know, things that I wanted to break far as generational curses. I had to do it. You know, I had to leave. But I left knowing that this time would come, and to see it come now, some of the stuff he told me, and it made me realize, like, kids are, I I cannot fathom how men can leave their kids. Literally, when my boy flew off from the first time, the first visit, man, I cried like a big dog. And it just let me know that when I leave here, what am I leaving in him? What am I building in him? Which makes me a better person, and I see that he's watching. But to grow up in a kind of, I gotta prove myself lifestyle of validation from people that's very close to you, that's a dangerous way to live. And having to break that and step away. But that's a little bit of my backstory, y'all. I got a lot to say, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I definitely want to say thank y'all for tuning in, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna continue to grow, we're gonna continue to encourage one another. And we're gonna step in the gap for them hard times, for sure, for sure. How your morning starting, Britt? No doubt, no doubt, Ryan. Even connected with Ryan, didn't even know he was from the city where I'm from. Like, man, it's just all love out here. But yeah, you encourage me to go ahead, like Supreme. It's a few. I'm not even finna get to name everybody, but when I see y'all pick up that camera and y'all just go, I see you near eating Chick-fil-A, just chilling. I don't want to mention that to everybody that's on the diet, but uh just to see that, just to see you release. I used to write when I was in that dark place, and it helped out a lot. Um So to be able to get on here, just even with Brit, just working out, y'all, like that's raw, man. Like you can't make that up. You can't. It take guts. It takes courage to do that. It definitely does. It definitely, yeah. Supreme. He was when he was in that truck, y'all. If I could go live in my truck, I promise you. When he was telling y'all about them bumps in the roads, and just to see his excitement when he went to that chat, man, that's real life. That's real life. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he in Tennessee, so we kind of close. You know what I mean? But yeah, journaling. I went back a couple years to read what I wrote, and I couldn't even read it. I couldn't even read it. I was like, wow. But the time that I wrote it, I was able to release, and it does work. It does work. Writing out your issues. That's what I did with my YouTube channel. I was like a spoken word person. And I just wrote what came to mind. And I think I had like 9 subs, but they were all family. And I kind of gave up because I was nervous. You know what it's like when you create a channel, but just like looking at it now, none of my family sub to me. None of them. Not even my sons. So you got to remember why you're doing it and what you're doing it for. Yeah, writing does control the anger for sure, man. When I was telling, I wrote some stuff, and then at the end, I prayed, on the paper. I apologized, and I was like, y'all, watch, God gonna bring me out of this. And my pastor always said, um, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but when you're going through, always keep God first. Call him out. Make him, you can't make him do anything, but like when you're going through, like at that season, I always say he gonna bring me out. And it was almost like challenging it. And people, you got more people that'll watch you to fail than actually encourage you. And when I was listening to Helen Baylor at night, and Paul Morton, and man, so many of those people high, just out of my mind, like I don't want this anymore, man. I'm telling you, there was some long dark nights, y'all, and I fought. I fought through it. I fought through the storm. So But yeah, I recommend anybody to journal though. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, so but Britt, I definitely got you, man. I appreciate you for sure. You know, you a motivation whole bundle over there, man. But I didn't really think yesterday was gonna turn out the way it did, and I just wanted to come on here and say thank you. You know, but Coach, you know, Chip, Novelty Queens, Mid Journey, man, the list go on. Definitely, definitely. But I definitely hope y'all having a great morning. Um, my live was tripping. I'm trying this new camera out that I got, and other than that, that's it, man. That is it. That is it. But yep, Britt, you know, I heard the video where you were talking about, you know, your boys having am I saying her name his name right? Nestrada? Nestrada? I don't want to overlook you. I think you're new to the live, so uh, definitely be looking forward to sharing with you. But Britt, when you were talking about having positive men around, that's when I had came across BFF. I didn't know, for God knows how long, who y'all were talking about. When I started looking, my name, okay, nice to meet you for sure. Hope you resonate with something in this channel, and I'll definitely tune in. But that's when I had came across BFF, and when I went on his lives, he was talking about raising boys and what it's like with black parents, and um, I was able to resonate. You know, they have a beautiful family over there, beautiful life. You know, and we need more of that. You know, so I'm just gonna fit in, get in where I fit in, and I'm one of them ones that I talk about it all. I will definitely open the book because I do believe God takes you through things so you can share with other people. And if I don't have a physical circle, and if I got a virtual meta circle, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it because yesterday, given the fact that I had some difficulties on the job and just all the stress that I've been in, just watching people lives encourage me. So, don't think that what you're saying is going on deaf ears. And it's really gems when especially when you have to go back and watch somebody live, that's different. That's not them, interacting with you live. You have to, like, I was at work and I literally played Pretty's live, and I'm a move around, but I'm just being real with y'all. I had it playing in my ear, and I felt like I've known her. I felt like we were family. Like, I'm like, wow, this is, man, but my question was, why didn't I see this on the other side of YouTube? People that's growing. I always thought that what you were putting out, that's what they feed your algorithm. I don't want to get off into that because I got a good thing going. But 200 subs is huge for me, y'all. I felt like I grind for every last one of them. Every last one of them. Let me make you a mind. You hanging in there. I appreciate you for sure. And then too, I wanted to touch bases. Thank you, thank you. When you mentioned Pretty about sharing the lives, I was doing it for a few people that I fresh with. And it was like when you really around the right people, things will come and line up like a puzzle piece. So when you said that, I was like, wow. When Chip said, I was like, man. But it's like when you creating content, you going through so many avenues every day. Like, should I do this? How this, that? And you don't really stick to it. And so if you see me doing it, I'm not, copying, but I just wanted to give you your props with that. Because again, it goes back to honoring the other people, giving the spotlight. It's not about us, it's about other people. What can we do for other people? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Yep. And he just made he said, man, yeah, he was talking with two people all day. But I love y'all for real, man. Like I think about y'all all the time, pray, just what y'all doing. I kept checking my lives yesterday. Ain't nobody live. And the minute that someone went live, I think it was you actually it was you in Bible class came. I said, oh, I gotta sacrifice. Definitely. So keep going, man. Keep going. What's for you is for you. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna just try to come on, every morning or every other morning. I got some shirts to make for a couple of people. And I haven't even really made a shirt for myself yet. This was my channel when I first started. And this hoodie I deliver gas in, and it's been washed 50 million times. So when you guys do, if you do receive a shirt from me, it's quality. It's definitely not going to fall off. And trust me, this hoodie been washed so many times, and it's not a crack in here. This was my first banner when I first started. I was super, super new and nervous. I one my first video, I was talking like this, like, oh, I was, man. And I want to do a screen share and just talk about my journey, because that is content creation is hard, y'all. That is not for the weak, definitely. And for you guys to show me how y'all do on lives, I'm not like y'all. Y'all can just turn it on and be hey. And yesterday that chat was moving so fast. Blue and pink, blue and pink, blue and pink. If you saw it, it's either on a film and it hasn't been printed, or I printed it and just haven't wore it. But if you comment under it, I'll make one for you. I'm not like that. I'm definitely not like that at all. Listen, y'all know what this mic is for? I was scared to talk in mics my whole life, and it has something to do with my upbringing. But I was like, I work better behind the scenes for real. It's like that is so much better. But it was like, if God telling you to step out, at some point you have to step out, or you're gonna keep feeling like your job is not, or what your duty and what you're doing is not being fulfilled. But if you work behind the scenes and it's working for you, hey, I don't like to bat. I like to play outfield. Because if I strike out, like Pretty said, I'll be mad. That's a mistake. I'm gonna be. I'm my worst. I'm my worst critic. I'm in my own way, for sure. Definitely. That is. You don't make no mistakes, y'all. But yeah, when like drawing, just even for me, was it started like being a punishment in my room. I was on punishment for years at a time. And I had people over the years tell me they would have paid for my scholarship, after seeing me draw and what they would do and where I should go in life, start life. And given having to fight addiction, and I had to overcome that, I use other things to medicate. And the timing in my life, this was years ago, but when it came back to me, it was like God saying, I'm gonna make up for the time that you lost. And my pastor had just did a sermon about that. And I was sitting there, if y'all know that mushroom picture, you don't try PHC, you do it. I don't know what that means. Is it the raindrop hoodie? Raindrop. I am drawing a blank. I appreciate that. But Brittany, y'all, that's my wife, y'all. Y'all gonna see her walk around in the back, y'all. She don't like to be on camera. When we first started, raindrop hoodie. Ooh, raindrop hoodie. I don't remember. But so when I drew that mushroom, y'all, we got a little Yorkie too. She's mean. But when I did that video with the mushroom, this tablet that I'm drawing on, that's brand new. That's brand too many storms to be worried about. Oh yeah. That was my first hoodie that we printed out, and that's what actually got me into the DTF prints because I was like, I can do that. And Britt, I have a few subs who pay intros as well. Man, I was talking to a 9-year-old, y'all. Britt came in there and kicked him out. I was in there just talking like, oh, and she was like, I'm on my mom's account. And I heard Pretty talk about trolls. I was like, y'all, I don't deal with the troll era. I don't know nothing about it. I'm not that. I'm a straight shooter. You come in here with that, that's like, bro, for what? For what? Like, why you get on my live messing with me? Like, why you come? Like, you got to really have a problem. I'm gonna say the other word, but you got to have a problem, to just jump on somebody live and troll them. Like, that's crazy. But let me get to the story. So I was drawing a mushroom, right? And my wife, she was recording it, and I was drawing, and I just started breaking down and crying. She was like, "Are you crying?" I was just like, it took me over 40 years to get back to my dream. I'm not in it for the money, but the peace that it brings to me. If you're doing something and it's bringing you peace or it's helping somebody, you're in the right place. And once that happened, I had to sit back and I was just like, wow, he's brought everything back. So, but that's just a little bit of my backstory. So, like I say, all my videos and stuff, they got real meaning behind it. Real meaning. Definitely. Yeah, that's the only way to be. My pastor said yesterday, he said it's good to have conversations that you ain't got to double back on. You can say it again. You could, it's not a lie. And a lot of people don't, they wear that mask every day. I got 5 people in the chat, y'all. That's probably, I think everybody here, but I'm tired of living like, you know, or when I was, where you had to think about what you said, what you did. It's like it's easier to be you. It's easy to be free. Just keep it solid, and the right people gonna come around. And I just encourage everybody to take that mask off because after a while, you start really believing that what you're looking at. I've done it for over 40 years, for real. Not over 40 years, but y'all get what I'm saying. And I had to live in my truth, you know, people I hurt, people that hurt me, and I'm still learning to forgive. How about that? My big age, I'm still learning what it's like to give forgiveness. That's one of the hardest things to do. That and love your neighbor, even when they hurt you. Even when they hurt you, you still, because that's God's child. That's the hardest thing, yo. Definitely. But yeah, y'all may be able to get to meet my fan once they come on. They be seeing me doing my lives up here in the front room. But you know, that's what it's about, man. Yes, Brett, forgiveness, 100 for sure. But that's why I say certain people that I'm around out in this community, they some solid people. Coach was talking about marriage yesterday, and it's not for the weak. It's definitely not. It's gonna be days where you go on the other side, I'm gonna go on the other side. Let time heal itself a little bit, then you come back to it. And I respect Coach for that. She displays that. So again, just check out the people around you. You know, you get to honoring other people. You know, God. I think my pastor he was talking about a scripture the other day where God had sent for I think it was David or somebody that was in the field tending to the lambs, and the father kept bringing the his kids to the king like, is this a person? He like, nah. And I guess to some degree he told him, he said, you got any more? He was like, yeah, but he out tending to the sheep. And he was like, go get them. And when God calls for you, your time is coming. Your time is coming. Just be caught doing what's right. That's it. You work from a pure heart, man, everything gonna fall together, you know. And one of my biggest things in life right now, and this year 2025 or 2024 to 2025, how can I have trusted God up until this point only to say what he not gonna do later or what he can't do later? That was huge for me. I did a video back beginning of this year, not then, but I had some heart issues. I was overworked, overstressed, thinking, trying to fix it myself. And we had just bought the house. I was putting this little bike stand thing together. My wife walked past and she was like, "What's the matter?" And I was like, "Man," I try to play it off. It's me and we tough. And she rushed me to the emergency. And the doc was like, "You good, but you probably need to chill out." I was moving stuff by myself. Like when I tell y'all to be a single mom or a person that's doing it, single dad, doing it by yourself, that is not for the weak. But God did not give you that journey for you to fail. I'm gonna tell you that. And we made it. You made it. And stay encouraged, man. Stay encouraged when you work from that pure place. And I'm not all the way holy, and I do everything right, but He knows my heart, and I don't have a problem admitting my wrong. I don't pray like I should every day, but I know how to get on my knees for sure. You know, every day I'm going on the road with 7,800 gallons of gas. I gotta at some point gotta come back to life. So, but I can ramble on, y'all. Y'all have made this live a little bit more chill for me for sure. Now, we've been there with marriage. It's work. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And, I will. At some point, I hope we can come on and share our story because we didn't do it by the book, like what statistic, what they say how to do it. We kind of did it our own way. Um, and it's working. It's doing its thing. And you can take it. All you gotta do is take it one day at a time, for sure. But yeah, man, I like y'all content though, for real, for real. It's like when I just like the videos, it puzzles me to see when I say the other side to see y'all. I was in like I was more down and depressed looking at them other videos. But when I'm over here, I mean, when I watch Supreme live today and then seeing his excitement when he looked in that camera, he got his fam and he got his other fam. I was happy for that brother. I was happy, and I can't catch everyone's live, but man, I'll be trying to, I do speech to text. So if I'm ever in your live and my week spelled WEEK, I really that's out of my hands. That's through the voice chat. So but I'm gonna try to give y'all an hour at least, maybe 3 times a week. Gotta have that good cup of coffee. Of course. But I really do. I really want to encourage y'all too. To man, if y'all really trying to get active and y'all in the gym, you know, pretty, that stress. You talked about it. Go at it. When you start to hit those goals, and you start to see change, I'm gonna tell y'all, when I lost that 180 pounds, I got big headed. everything changed before I got big headed because when you work on the inside, it shows on the out. Finances got good, credit got good. How? We know God, of course, but when you discipline, I was eating the same thing every day. I was going to the gym every day. So I didn't have time to go spend money. I was tired, or either I was super happy. And as my life began to get better, I kind of did it in an honorable and a honorary way where I used to be called fat dude all the time. And that camera gonna pick you up. She ain't together. But I got big headed. People used to call me fat. That was my nickname. What up, fat dude? I ain't gonna lie, whole man or not, that bothered me because I'm like, is that's not my name? I'm the little brother bigger than the big brother. Like, so when I got in that gym, y'all, I fell off the treadmill. I couldn't do pull-ups. When I tell you I got asthma real bad, I was struggling. And I said, I done put my life in the hands of drugs. I done put my life in the hands of other women. I done gave 100% to everybody but myself. Let me see what happens if I give 100% to myself. And this goal that I'm trying to do is be healthy. And when I started to lose the weight, y'all, I didn't have a YouTube. I could have made, I ain't even gonna say I could have made money, but of course, but it was so many things that I've done that and the stuff that I know that I didn't take advantage of. But it's coming. But when I lost that weight, y'all, everything got better. And what I learned was you take a day off, oh, it's okay. Take 2 days off, oh, it's okay. I'll take a week off. I'll go back. I'm good now. I dropped from a 48 to a 32 in pant size, and I was cocky. I was able to shop at Old Navy. I don't know if y'all know what Old Navy is, but I was like, I mean, y'all, I was dressing so, man, I was in button ups. I was fly, but I fell off because I didn't give back and help the next person. I had people all around me. How'd you do it? How'd you do it? And I was like, you ain't got it. You ain't built for it because it takes discipline. Days. It was in the winter. I went to the gym in winter boots, double pants. Oh, let me see. I think this is the shirt or hoodie. Pretty. Is this the one you talking about? Hopefully she saw it. But Britt, I'm telling you, my inhaler. I actually died before. I was 13. I went to the ice rink and my mom overdressed me and they told us we couldn't have nothing in our um, pants pocket. And I took my inhaler and I left it downstairs. And I got testimony for everything, but I was going around the rink and they said, don't ever walk backwards or ever walk on the side where the concrete was. Got like not even halfway through, start having an asthma attack. I didn't want nobody to worry about me and try to hold it in. I'm walking, I'm walking. Do y'all know the one person that us kids talked about, the girl in school, her name Amber Hudson? She was the black child. She was the dark, ashy. Like we talked about her so bad. And to this day, I'll never let her live that story down. And she know what I'm talking about. She was the one that saved my life. She saw that I was having an asthma attack and went and got uh yeah, I don't think she saw, I think she stepped out, but she went and got my teacher. They told me when they got to me, my fingertips was blue and my eyelids was purple. So asthma, hate it with a passion. But when I was working out, Britt, I promise you to God, I couldn't run on a treadmill for about 3 months. I just walked super fast. And one day I did a light jog. Do you know that was like the biggest goal of my life outside of the, being able to in high school? And that's what built my determination. That's what built my discipline, my go get it. If I can do that, I know I can do this. When I tell you, when I was wearing double pants and boots and a hoodie, all this, and had my gym bag, I hated going to the gym. I hate it. It was days in there I didn't know what to do, but I was like, I gotta do something. Exercise included asthma. That was a hard. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you. Uh, calamine, herbs, and dandelion root for tea. And ask Lala if you think I'm not being legit, but that actually helps with your asthma. I got jars in there now, and I take 2 teaspoons. I steep it. I put it in like a screen, and then I boil the water and I let it sit for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then I pull it out. So definitely start them herbs, but you got it. Just stay with it. I guarantee you stay with it, and your mindset will change. Like, I don't put in this hard work for this. No, I'm not gonna go eat them chocolates and blueberries. I'll be watching, but I'm not. And that's not a bad snack either. But what I'm saying is, you're gonna see the hard work and what you probably already seeing, and then when it's time to go eat that other food, you're gonna be like, Nah, I'm good. I'm good. For sure. So I'm with you, but I got you. Just make sure you send me an email or shoot me a text on what you wanted to say. Was this the shirt pretty that you were talking about? But yep. So that's it, man. I think I've been on for 52 minutes, man. Man. All right, y'all like family now. So when I come looking for you, what you doing? How you been? I'm gonna be checking in on you for real. But I wish more of the people that was here yesterday would have showed up, as we had a party yesterday. But I'm very thankful, y'all, from the bottom of my heart. I don't if even if I stay with 200 subs, I'm still gonna be who I am. I'm still gonna support. I'm still gonna push. I'm still gonna give back. I'm still gonna tell my story. That's it, and that's all. So when y'all see me in that lives, in the lives or in the chats, just know that I'm sticking around. And Pretty ain't said nothing. I'm tired of holding this hoodie up. Hopefully she'll see it if she go back. I got 7 minutes, y'all. This was new for me, streaming off my laptop. I got this camera. It didn't follow me this time. Normally it follows me. But any tips, any tricks, Canva, thumbnails, I want to share a little secret with y'all, since y'all the only ones in here. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Them thumbnails that y'all see, them AI pictures. So my wife, she does content in that form. So if you're looking to do your photos, or just, I'm not gonna say that AI, but they touch stuff, and she develops them, and everybody can't do it with the stuff we have. So again, I got so much stuff to offer, but thumbnails, cameras, to backdrops, to streaming software, to, man. So I'm no longer going to gatekeep. I'm no longer going to. I said I wasn't going to do it in the beginning, but I'm gonna share with what I know. You know, Still dealing with the babies, of course, of course, of course. I definitely understand. Are you good? I just hope you caught the picture, or that the sweatshirt. But when you gotta upload something real fast and you don't have a little picture that you want to take, I got you for sure. That's something, that's if that's what you want to do. Like the picture that's on my thumbnail, that's I had to tweak that a little bit, and it's not just going in the chat GPT to do it either. So, um, but that's it, y'all. Man, I love y'all so much. I struggle totally with editing. I don't even do it. I'm tell you, you can do a cheap version of CapCut. You don't have to pay for the pro version. Put your video in. I'm gonna tell you a quick tip. Where you see them little volume bars go up and down, like you got the video, then you got the matter of fact. Let me see if I want to mess this live up, but the volume bar, you just make it bigger and then learn how to cut, and that's it. Once you cut it, then go to the next space and cut that and delete it, and then your links gonna come together. Do that all the way down your volume bar, and you can either have it linked together as soon as you delete it, or it'll just stay with a gap. But 9 times out of 10, it's gonna link together, and then once you go back and replay it, you are going to talk fluent and fast. It's going to look like you never missed a beat. Or another trick is when you bring your video in a CapCut, when you right click, it'll say transcript. And then you see your transcript. It'll take all the words you said. You can highlight the word. And when you hit add to timeline, it's going to cut the video for you. And then when you hit play, it's going to pick out what the words you said. And it's not going to look funny, but it's going to pick out the words you said. So if you say a lot like I do, y'all, I skipped over all of that. My last 3 videos, you can go look. I will definitely help you, walk you through it. And that's just what it is. Editing is it's a little bit rough, but it's super easy. Super easy. But yeah, you definitely have one as well. I know y'all probably hear my bird in the background. I had to move her from up front. She was tripping. She was tripping. But yeah. So if y'all planning to go live, I'm definitely gonna tune in, gonna show up, show out like we always do. And people coming in not saying nothing, that be killing me, yo. Like watching from the background, that must mean somebody that's watching for my downfall. It ain't gonna happen. My stick to it, and I got 1 minute. Stick to it was given to me, obviously, because I can draw. But everybody that knows me in my life, that's seen my journey, they say when you get focused on something, you stick to it until you finish it. And that's where I came up with the name Stick. Stick to it. And when I was thinking, I was like, that you can kind of navigate that into drawing. So that's what Stick is about. Whether it was a hurdle, trial, tribulation, storm, struggle, I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stick with it until I figure it out. And that's what it is. But y'all, this is the countdown. Gotta get ready for work. Y'all have a blessed day, pretty, whatever it is. God got you. Britt, I'm gonna be looking for some emails because my day off tomorrow, tonight, and Friday. I'm gonna be working on the shirts. Pretty, if you want one, I'm gonna do this for my people. Hit my email. It's at the bottom in the description because a lot of people just Supreme says skirt, Mr. Skirt. I said, wow, he butchered my name. But love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. I will probably be on either Thursday or Friday in the evening so y'all can see my knucklehead son. Ooh-wee. But y'all, I'm out. Have a blessed day. If y'all need anything that I can do mentally, let me know. Encouragement, I got you. Let's stick to it and we out. So love y'all.